Hello friends, 'tis I, Brie Pie, and I am back with yet another Digidoodle. Today's theme is Red from Transistor, and that was chosen by my lovely patrons. And if you want to get to help choose what I draw for these, please check out my Patreon, as it is an awesome way to help support me and also get some really cool stuff out of it. Next month will be Sherry from Black Panther, so I'm very excited to do that. I have a couple ideas in mind. And you can go and vote for the next piece on Patreon right now, so that should be up unless I forgot, but I'll go fix that if I did. As always, the final image is available for patrons, and I will be talking a little bit about some other things that are going to be new for patrons in just a little bit, so stay tuned. I have some really exciting news. So as you guys might have noticed, I don't have a ton of videos going up on the channel right now. And that is because I have been so busy with school that I haven't had time to work on anything other than schoolwork. But I'm hoping once school is out that I can start Twitch streams again, as well as getting some videos ready for the channel so it's not as dead, so to speak. I've just been swamped with school and it's taken up most of my time. But I'm excited to get back into the swing of things. I'm thinking of doing some videos that are sort of tutorials possibly, as well as a few involving some projects I'm working on over the summer, so we'll see. I'm also hoping to do some gaming stuff over the summer, so if there's a game that you guys are interested in me playing, let me know and I will try to check it out. So speaking of gaming and exciting news, I made a game. It's currently available on GameJolt. I'll put a link in the description, so please go check it out. I had a ton of fun making it, and it gave me a lot of ideas for the future. It's called Look in the Window, and it is a very short horror experience / visual novel about a haunted house. It is a pay what you want game, so if you can't afford to pay anything, you can still play it. But if you can't, I would definitely appreciate even just like $1 or 50 cents. Whatever you can. I worked really hard on it and I hope that it shows. I'll probably make a video focusing more on that game itself once school is out. But I actually made it as a school project and my professor was very, very impressed with me for making a game. But that is why it is so short, because I had to make it in 2 weeks for school. So speaking of games, and this is going to be a really good reason to become a patron. Over the summer, I'm going to be working on another more ambitious game, kind of inspired by what I've learned working on Look in the Window. I can't give a ton of details, ow! Sorry, I have a cat with me and he just bit me. I can't give a ton of details just yet, but it's going to be taking a lot of what like I said, what I did for Look in the Window, such as how I made the art and how I went with the storytelling and atmosphere. I'm going to be building kind of off of that. So I'm currently planning for it to be a surreal horror experience focusing on poetry. I can't give a lot right now because I'm still working on it, but I'll give you the current working title, which is Boneyard. So if you play through Look in the Window and you like what you see, please consider supporting me on Patreon. And I'm going to be releasing some of the art from Look in the Window onto Patreon as like computer background soon. Probably this weekend or next weekend. But I will also be putting some of Boneyard's information into Patreon. I'll definitely have the beta and possibly even some versions of the alpha available for patrons to play. Right now, though, I'm looking to get a demo ready, and that's what I'm planning to make and refine over the summer, and maybe even get a little bit farther, so be on the lookout for that. Oh, my throat! Over the summer, I'm also planning to get some more work done on Oddity, and I might stream some work on Oddity, like the painting pages and things like that. If you guys are interested, once I get to a point where I start working on visuals of Boneyard, I might make some videos of me working on that as well, or possibly some streams. I'm really excited for this summer. I think I'm going to be working on a lot of really awesome stuff, and I hope you guys are excited. So shows, I'll be doing some shows over the summer. Right now I'm not entirely sure what shows I'll be doing, but I'll definitely be at MegaCon in Orlando. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to be at Des Moines Wizard World, but other than that, I actually don't know where I'm going to be yet, just because I've been doing school stuff and my business partners have been figuring that stuff out. But speaking of that, it is also a really good thing Words. But speaking of that, at shows, I will have a selection of printed Digidoodles that will be available for you if you sign up for Patreon and at the show and show it to me like on the app. Even if it's just like $1, you'll get one of these Digidoodle prints, and I'll be rotating those out. And if you're a current patron and you come up and show me that you are a patron, then you can also get one of those. So those are some things that I'm really excited about. I'm trying to think if I wrote out my script and then I ran out of things to talk about. Oh, there were a couple of people who did videos about Look in the Window. I don't remember their names exactly. Jaski Bean, I think, was one of them. And then someone, I can't remember the other one, but if you go to the page, both of them put the videos on the Game Jolt page. So definitely go check those out because that was really awesome of them to do. And they it was really cool to watch people play through my game. And also it helped me catch a couple of errors that I had to fix, so that was also pretty nice. Although there's one error in the current build. I just uploaded the new build of it, but there's an error that I found where it says bunt instead of bun, so I'm gonna have to fix that. Or I might just leave it in. Maybe that'll be just a silly thing. Probably not. I will probably fix that soon. But it's a little hard to catch errors myself because I'm dyslexic and I didn't have time to have somebody play through this because it was a school project to like actually beta test. So it's definitely a very raw experience because it's something that I did very quickly for school. But I hope that you guys still enjoy it. I had a ton of fun working on it, and it gave me a lot of ideas for what I want to do in the future. So, a big yawn. I used vector graphics for it because I've definitely fallen in love with vectors, if you guys hadn't noticed. Based on, like, obviously this video I made with vectors. So I've just really been falling in love with vectors, and I had a lot of fun making Look in the Window. So it was a project for school in which I had to focus on the architecture of a single building over the course of a semester. And then for the final project, we had 2 weeks to make some open project, and so I wanted to make a game focusing on that house. So there's actually a building at my school called Mineral Hall, and I focused on that for the semester. And so that was my final project. I was really happy to get to make a game because I love games, and I've been really wanting to work a little bit more on making games, as you guys might have noticed. Obviously. But I used RenPy for it, which is what people tell me that it's called. I kept calling it RenPy, and I think that sounds better than RenPy, but whatever. Sorry, my throat's acting up. Goodness. But I'm going to be using RenPy for Boneyard as well, but I'm going to try to make it a little bit more ambitious with a little bit more choices and such. So that is it for this video. If you like it or any of my other works, please check out my Patreon, where you will get all kinds of cool goodies. Next month will be Shuri, and the next poll is up. Big thanks to all my patrons. I could not do this without you. Have a fantastic day. Bye!